Hi out there. Welcome. Welcome to Alpha Wisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria, a psychic, palmist, Reiki master, author, and musician. Today is lesson 56 of Lessons in How to Read Palms. And the title of this lesson is Getting Started, Preparing to Read. Now, we did step by step, and that was based on how far you had gone, because we covered many things. But in this series of lessons, because I figure around 10 will be necessary, we will be going step by step by step. And what it's doing is introducing some new things and also expanding on what you already know and developing that confidence that's very important in this field. Okay? If you're new to the channel, just give a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe. Something drew you here. Maybe it's your intuition that's ahead of you. And speaking of intuition, I had mentioned before that your intuition will eventually kick in. Well, what we're doing in Getting Started, the Getting Started series, we will sort of awaken it. You already have it. Perhaps you're not using it, or maybe you are, and you don't call it intuition. You just say, I have a gut feeling about something. And generally you're really right if you follow that gut feeling. So we're going to see if we can get that stimulated. So when you look at a palm, you will have an idea what's going on. Actually, some beginners can actually look at palms and they will see a series of scenes. It's like looking at the person's life, and it's like a movie reel where a series of scenes continuously flowing in and out. Now that's rare, but it does happen. So I don't know if it has happened to you or it will happen to you. I don't know. I can't speak for that. But it's important because seeing everything in the palm is important. And once you develop the practice of noticing everything, not omitting anything, and you continue staying with this, you will learn all of the secrets and you'll be able to decipher everything that you look at. This is an important form of intuition or psychic ability to be able to see what's going on. It's amazing. That's all I can say. Okay, we're going to start with some exercises, at least one of them. When you're going to do a reading, I'll refer to the person you will be reading as the client. Okay, you are the reader, that's the client. The first thing you do, make sure you have a comfortable area. It can be anywhere in a house, on the kitchen table, or whatever. But you must have good lighting. You have probably 20/20 vision in your eye, but you still need a magnifier to pick up details that you don't see as clearly. It's best to have one that's lit. Okay, you can just check around to see what the cost is, but they're not very expensive. They're under $25. The more magnification you get, or the larger it is, then naturally that's going to bring up the cost. But they are so plentiful, so that's good. All right? Now, once you've done that, you're going to make sure that you make it a point to see everything. Just see everything in the palm, whether you understand it or not. You don't worry about making mistakes, any mistake, because you'll learn by doing. Okay? That's important. Don't worry about it. You're not reading for anyone. There's no money involved, or shouldn't be. And that's what you're doing. So this builds your confidence when you're doing it over and over and over again. You'll feel it. Your intuition will tell you when you're ready. Okay? So let's get started. The first exercise, once you've done that, you're going to ask the person to hold up their hands. You want to look at the front and you want to look at the back. All right? And you're going to find out which hand is the passive hand and which hand is the active. To make it very clear, the active hand is the hand that the person automatically uses, the one that they write with. It could be the left or the right. Most times it is the right hand that's the active, but that's important that you need to find out because you will be looking at both hands, okay? Remember the passive hand is the hand that tells like a blueprint what can be expected in this life, the life of this person. And the right hand, I sometimes call the hand of choice because you can decide. You have the potential has been given to you. You decide what you're going to do with that potential, okay? So when you see the hands, you're glancing at the lines. If you can see the lines kind of clear, this is a quick one. You're not going to have the person's hands up a long time. You're just taking a look at it, okay? And when you're looking at it, if it's a very short time, just take a note of the fingers. How about the index finger? Compare that to the ring finger. These two, and check the length. Immediately you can tell something about that person, okay? So that's it. The next exercise is a handshake. If the person gives their hand or you give your hand and it's a strong shake, they really grasp your hand, here is a competent person that takes charge. It may be a controlling person. You can look into, once you see that in the palm, you'll be able to tell. But what can you say about just a meeting, a brief meeting? You probably noticed this already, but this can be a part of your palm reading. How about if they just kind of weakly grasp the hand? They may be a little timid, they may be a little afraid, don't know what's going to happen. And if their hand is just limp, like they really barely give it to you, they're showing their disinterest. They're not interested. What I'm referring to is your gut feeling. How do you feel when the way the hands are held up? Or if there's a chance for a handshake, you don't have to use that, but if there's a chance, what kind of impression are they giving you? And what you're feeling, that's your intuition on a basic scale, but it's there. The next thing you want to look at is the skin type. Remember we talked about that? Where the thumb ball. How does that feel? Is it full? Is it firm? Firm usually feels a little tight. Is it hard? You can feel it if it's hard. Or if it's coarse. All right? So hard, coarse goes with something else we're going to cover. Or is it flat? All right, flat. So you're going to notice that. That's important. And you've covered a lot. You can say a lot about the person. So once you touch the person's hands, then you can see whether the thumb is flexible. You can take a good look at the fingers. You can look at this, and you're really on your way. Now, maybe you know more, but that part you're comfortable with. That's a good start, okay? Before we close, let's just take a look at some of the pictures we're going to be seeing in the next lesson, all right? That's a hand. We see the fingers, so we'll find out about the shape and everything else. Here's another hand. Here is the left hand of this person, and then we'll just quickly see the right hand. All right, that's the right hand. Okay? All right. So ends lesson 56. I hope you like this procedure we're going with, and we will continue with getting started for the next lesson. If you like this lesson, please give a thumbs up. And if you're interested, you're going to feel you might want to go this route for a little bit at least, give a thumbs up. And also become a member. Subscribe. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Until next time. Bye.